So everybody, how are you? Well, that was really stunning performance by Mr. Usyk last night. Yeah. Well, it turns out I was wrong because about the beginning because I expected him to take it slowly, in the first 4 rounds. But he really went at it from the beginning, from the start, which I was actually delighted to see, of course, and everybody else, I believe. But I kind of was worried that he might wear himself out, but he was really superbly conditioned as always, and he simply really dominated most of that fight, and Joshua seemed to struggle, with his movement, especially head movement, yeah. And he wasn't simply able to land. The only times when he was able to land something, clean, was when Usyk came close, too close to him, and it was mostly in the later stages of round, and sometimes Usyk got carried away. He was doing so well, and he would come too close, and then Joshua would nail him with one or two punches, but nothing really. He never really hurt. I mean, maybe in round 8 was it? He looked like he maybe had hurt Usyk a little bit, but not that much anyway. He did manage to cut him over the eyes, so but thankfully, thank goodness the cut wasn't so bad, that he was able to finish and strong, even Usyk. That was so impressive. I was afraid that the fight might get stopped, but because of that cut, but luckily he didn't get cut until in the later stages of the fight. So had that cut come before, like in the fourth, fifth round, maybe, I don't know, who knows, maybe it would have played a, maybe it would have made it more difficult for Usyk to continue dominating. Yeah, so I think I gave Joshua, well, I'm not sure, 2 or 3 rounds, not more. I definitely don't think he deserved or that he won more than 3 rounds for sure. Yeah. So there's not that much more to say really. It was a great performance, and Usyk, the Conqueror, has continued on his conquering campaign, and now he holds 3 of the major belts. That's pretty amazing, after just 3 fights at heavyweight. So yeah, but he has really earned that right, as the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. So now it remains to be seen whether he will be in a hurry to unify against Fury, or I don't think he will be too much hurry anyway, not right away. But I hope that we can see, them fight in near future before Fury retires anyway. And Joshua said he wants a rematch after the fight, but well, he hasn't been. I believe a part of the reason why he performed so poorly was that he hadn't had a fight, for a while. Let's see how long. When was his last fight? I'm not sure. I think that was actually the fight against Andy Ruiz, wasn't it? Let's see, just a second. Come on now, there it is. No, oh yeah, that's right. He had a fight against Pule. Oh, I forgot that. In December, yeah, that's right. So that you know, even though he didn't have any other fights this year, and Usyk did, it still can't be used as so much of a. Or actually, he didn't. Wait a minute. But anyway, it can be used that as an excuse, of course, and maybe Joshua didn't train. Maybe he simply wasn't at his best last night, but I don't think he can do much better, against Usyk, against a guy like him who is so, you know, let's say faster and boxes so well. He has a good defense, moves very well, and can take a punch also, even at heavyweight. He has proven that he really has the great, one of the best chins in the sport. And so yeah, what can Joshua do different in the rematch? Well, maybe start a little bit more, aggressive. He didn't. He seemed to be waiting for something in the first 3 or 4 rounds. He didn't really engage that much. I think in the third round, Usyk had a really good, landed a really good shot. I believe it was in the right hand. Was it the right hook? Yeah, something like that. He landed several really good shots. But it wasn't until the last round that he really managed to hurt, Joshua. He did manage to rattle him a few times before that. But yeah, I think this is a turning point. Might be a turning point for Joshua where he stops being, so big, such a big name. But simply, I think Usyk is the wrong opponent for him. And he's the wrong opponent for many others would be, I believe, because of how good he is, as a technician, and how tough he is, and his work rate is really also pretty amazing. He's very consistent simply. Yeah, so I don't know about Fury. Maybe I know he has got such a big height advantage that it would be hard for Usyk to really, dominate him. But still, he would have to fight a little different, than he did against Joshua. So that definitely more boxing and moving and all that. So simply, yeah, I think uh, Joshua would not do much better in the rematch. But of course, I may be wrong. But I don't think he didn't have any reason to really, any physical reason to be so poor and lethargic as he was last night. Definitely. So I really congratulate Alexander Usyk with all my heart, and this is a really special moment because it's the first time, actually, I think, in history that two Europeans from two different countries that are not related hold all the world belts at heavyweight. Or I don't know if it has happened in any other division really before. So anyway, yeah. Here's to Alexander Usyk. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.